voice of racism, preaching the gospel is devilish. A fake church called the prophet Muhammad a terrorist. Forgetting God is not religion, but a spiritual bond. And Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran. He bombs innocent people trying to murder Saddam when you gave him those chemical weapons to go to war with Iran.
And on that note, this is your boy. What's up, people of the world? This is your boy, the Real Talk reporter, Justin Logical. I haven't done one of these for a couple days. I know when I started doing these, I said I was going to be doing them every day, but there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I don't just sit at home doing nothing all day. I do have to work in this horrible system, and I know the answer. My boy Mike Rambo always says the answer: we all got to stop working. But until we get an actual program together to where we're all going to stop working, I got to feed myself, at the moment. So, actually, what I wanted to talk about was the G20 summit. I'm not going to talk all about it. I just want to talk a little bit about it. What I want to touch on real quick before I get into the whole, Syria thing is this is real. This is really important because it's very scary. What they're talking about is the G20 summit. It's for those of you who don't know, it's basically like a summit where like they all get together, all the countries of the world get together, and not all the countries, but most of the countries of the world get together, and they talk about what the plans going forward are, and what they actually are talking about is having a plan for nations to swap data globally. And what they want to do is develop powerful tools to help authorities combat international tax evaders, and they've got a deadline on that next June 2014. What they also said was that they wanted to what they were going to do was unilaterally demand financial institutions to automatically surrender info on customers' assets to overseas authorities drafted by the OECD, which is, for those of you who don't know, the Organization for Economic Cooperation Development. Basically what that's talking about is making, it not to a T, but that's, the framework for a global taxation. And what that is the framework for is a global government, or what, a lot of people don't like to talk about, and what the American media would never even speak of, the NWO, or the New World Order. For that to happen, stuff like this is what their final, deal is. And obviously we need a, solidified order of the world's governments to all solidify to do something like this. You would need it, but this is the kind of framework, and this is the things we need to educate ourselves about. We need to understand that, we got to pay attention to this stuff going on, and really it's going to happen before people even realize it. And by the time it does happen, it's going to be too late, because we're not going to have done anything. What I wanted to talk about also was what they were saying at the G20 summit about Syria. Basically, I guess Obama showed up late, and he dwarfed all the BMWs and Mercedes that all the other world leaders showed up in. He showed up in a stretch Cadillac, I believe was what they said, and what his one of his press team called it the Beast, I guess, and he actually he was waving the Russian flag, or the Russian tricolors or whatever, and which is, I guess is not how they do things, but it was like an olive branch, I guess, to Putin, because Putin, is not too happy with dude. And I guess when Obama showed up, they said that Putin did not look impressed. Anyway, they also were talking about that, they had brought up that the only country that is willing to take up arms with the UN against Syria is France. France. Do I need to say anything else? France. For real? France? Get the fuck out of here. Didn't we stop saying French fries, start saying freedom fries under Bush or some stupid shit like that? What is France? For real? I'm not trying to be racist. This is nothing about race, okay? Racism is way beyond the issue. Classism is the main issue. But it's laughable. We better go to war then. All the other places are talking about, hell no, let's do this politically. That's what they want. Putin said it's utter nonsense to say that Syria would use chemical weapons on its own people. It's utter nonsense for us to think that. And one of Putin's staff said that that our evidence that it was Syrian government and not rebels, which are funded by ding 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 U.S., was very far from convincing. That's a quote. And he also said that we, quote, we, U.S., I don't like to be the we, but I'm I'm an American citizen, and I'm proud to be one, but, unfortunately, we are the idiots that are about to say this next dumb shit. He says that we are shaping the facts to justify a strike, which is, if anybody's been paying attention, and I know a lot of you aren't, because someone who's watching this probably is paying attention because you're trying to find some information about it. And the information I have is the information I looked up. You know what I mean? We can all look it up. Like I said before on my last videos, this is done on my iPhone, and they're all, the information is there for all of us to cross-reference. Like I've said before, if anything I say here is not true or false, which I try not to say false things, but if anything I say here is not true, correct me on my comments. You know what I mean? To do your thing. I want to know the truth. I'm trying to get to the truth, okay? Just like everybody else should be. And basically, if you've been watching, it's ridiculous. We gotta kill these Syrians to teach them that killing Syrians is bad. So let's go to kill some. Come on, guys! Like, Obama, get the hell out of here for using chemical weapons. Okay, let me let you guys in on another little secret. Israel has been using chemical weapons on Palestinians for the last few months, if not for the last few years. Okay, and I've seen the freaking pictures of the people's skin and children's skin all tore up and eaten up from the chemical weapons and stuff. And what have we said anything? But Obama just seems to be so angry about this chemical weapon attack that Syria would do on its own people. But I guess since Israel is doing it on the Palestinians and they're not technically Israel's people in the U.S. eyes, I guess that's okay, as long as you use them against someone else. But wait, Obama is saying that using chemical weapons, period, is the problem. And all he wants to do, quote, is not go into a full-on war. He just wants to do a single strike against the Assad. Get the out of here, guy. You just don't, and don't anybody start to call me a racist or something because I'm against Obama. I think we're all past that. A lot of my disdain for Obama, or the fuel for my disdain for Obama comes from Professor Griff himself from Public Enemy. That is a proud African-American man. I myself am, mixed. I'm not mixed with African-American, but I hate that everybody, there's Mexican-American, Filipino-American, African-American, but white people are just white, I'll let you know. Italian-American, German-American, Spanish-American. Mostly Italian-American, but German-American and Spanish-American, okay? I am mixed just like most Americans are, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? And the thing is that we're past the racism issue. Classism is the real issue, okay? Classism, okay? Because there's the middle class, lower class, upper class, okay? It's a joke, dude. The middle class is one big hospital bill away from being lower class, okay? So, it's nonsense. And what Obama's trying to do is he's trying to get into Syria. He wants them, man, and I said on my last video, those top 7 reasons for why the government would love to get into Syria, And it's just, people, let's wake up. Let's wake up. Let's get active. Let's get started. I'm doing a small part. This is not by far as much as I would like to be able to do. I'm linking up with different people. Let me plug my boy, the Raw Journalist, Mike Rambo. His YouTube channel is Lied Too Bad, LIED 2 BAD. He's a real smart dude. His videos are a lot more informative than mine. I got to give you just a little slice because there's so much stuff that's ridiculous, man. And we got to all get together, and I'm trying to network with people and get something started, and we got to get active, man. The 60s proved that, peace and love and just talking about it and having a little jam fest is not going to be all that we need. We need to have some real dialect, or not dialogue, my bad, a real dialogue about what is going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's, because they're dumbing us down. They're getting us to where we're just desensitized to everything. They've released so much new information about what the government is doing against us, and we get to the point where it's like, yep, that's another one. Yep, that's another one on the list of things that the government is, actively breaking our constitutional right. Did you know that AT&T, this is some more information I just found out, AT&T has helped the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, has opened their whole file system up. They have a file system holding all of their customers' callers back to 1987. All their calls, there's a whole database just with all of them, and that's not just AT&T customers. That's everyone who's ever talked on an AT&T line. That's anyone who's ever used an AT&T tower. So I mean, dude, the NSA, they knocked the NSA out of the water. The NSA, they say that they've only got us down to the last 5 years. But AT&T's like, here you go, here's the freaking, and that is the most, if you were to look up unconstitutional in the dictionary, the thing I just said should be in the example portion. Okay? It's ridiculous, and I laugh, but it's not a laughing matter, man. We need a change, and this government is not going to do it. It's not, the answer is stop. We need to change the government, okay? The government is in a social contract with us, okay? And if one half breaks the contract, check it out. Check out your freaking U.S. history, okay? I'm in a U.S. history 8th grade class, and this is shit they were reading today, okay? If one side breaks the contract contract becomes null and void, okay? The government is, we are the ones supporting the government, all right? Taxes, that is a voluntary thing. Okay, we all got together at the beginning. We said, yeah, obviously we need to put money together to do this, that, and the other. But income tax, it's illegal. I'm not going to get into all of it, okay, y'all? But look it up. There's a $50,000 reward for if you can show the law that says we have to pay income tax. It's not something I'm making up, okay? This is real talk, okay? You can look that up. There's a YouTube video with a bunch of ex-IRS agents who couldn't find it. They said, well, yeah, there's got to be a law somewhere. And they started looking. Guess what? It's not there. They resigned. Actually, one of them was showed how to resign when he brought it up to his superiors. And it's just a bunch of nonsense, man. And this government is not going to do it. This government needs to be taken out. And, not anarchy. That'd be stupid. But we need to really go to the table, figure out who is accountable, who needs to be held accountable for treason, because there's a lot of high treason people committing high treason right now in our government, including ding 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 Obama, the second coming. and it's just, this government's not going to do it, man. If you think that electing Mitt Romney would have helped anything, hell no. Electing John Kerry would have helped anything, hell no. Electing Al Gore, that's debatable, but I say hell no. But people will debate me on that, but hell motherfucker no, okay? And tomorrow is the anniversary of 9/11. I want to say, there's a prayer goes out to all the people, that lost their lives and that continue to lose their lives because of it. You know what I'm saying? And let's get some people held accountable. Who has been brought up? Oh, we got Bin Laden. You really think Bin Laden was the only one who had anything to do with the plans on that day? Get the hell out of here, man. What was Rumsfeld doing? It's not even a secret. Check out the Corbett Report, okay? That's another real good channel. That is a smart dude, okay? He's a little douchey, but he's a smart dude, okay? And the dude that talks with him, I can't remember his name right now, but he's cool. Hey, Corbett, I don't mean to talk shit, man. You're awesome. I love your shit. You just, you say in the like a little too much. Just a little too much for me, man. But honestly, I think he's got the best message. He has a lot of info. That's where a lot of my quotes come from. A lot of my info comes from. He's an awesome dude. Watch his channel. It's called the Corbett Report. Corbett Report. Okay, that's his channel on YouTube. I'm gonna plug that. This is some free press raw journalism. Justin Logical, the Real Talk reporter, just trying to get people awake and get people active. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody, you have a good 12-year anniversary of 9/11. Let's think about what's really going on.